would rather spray tan my butthole than get it waxed.
Smoking pot, riding a horse. It sounds fun.
It sounds fine. It sounds scary as heck to me, but yeah, it could be fun. Saddle or not, I've never been on a horse. I only ride horses side saddle anyways. M. Night. Knock it off.
That's going to be a shit.
You stop it right now. You stop it.
You stop.
You go to your room, M. Night Shyamalan. You go to your room.
Think about what you've done.
That's a bad M. Night. That's a bad M. Night.
Hello and welcome to Nation of Conversation, episode number 358. I'm your host, Ryan, and I'm here with the Bing Bong Boy, Mr. Wally Floyd.
Nix.
The Knicks. Bill, you don't have a football team. How are the Bruins doing?
They're
Football team?
figuring it out.
Sorry, basketball team.
Celtics would be my basketball team. But,
Do you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But the answer to your question is 8. 8 penises I counted from last week.
Jesus Christ.
I thought that was going to be in the
notes?
segment to be named later.
Oh, segment to be named later. Yeah. You wasted a segment.
Yep.
I hope there's more Mystico verse
Not
talk.
this week. I'm sure I could find something. Pull them in.
One of the Mystico verse people wrestled recently, right?
I'm sure a lot of them have wrestled recently.
All right, Full Gear happened on Saturday.
Didn't see it.
Watched the second half of it, but I missed a lot of good matches, and then I couldn't find good
Any place to
ways
watch
to see the replays of stuff. So
Yeah, why wasn't it readily available the way it normally would be?
it was BR Live. There was some problem with BR Live, so it was like not letting people, like, you would pay for it and then it would be like the show has ended.
That's a problem.
No, I actually want to watch the past show. I guess they fixed it. So, all right, we made picks even on some of these newbies.
You picked them all, yeah.
We picked them off air with the ghost.
We don't really need to talk about it, though.
Goddamn ghost.
Goddamn ghosts. Hikaru Shida teamed up with Thunder Rosa, defeated Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose on the pre-show.
Cool. We did
Good
split
guys
that
win.
one.
Swept it.
Yep.
Nice.
MJF defeated Darby Allin. Unfortunately, did not see this, and I can't find it.
I imagine it was
terrible
probably a
booking.
good match.
I saw the clip of his, what do they call it? The body bag or whatever, where it's Tope Suicida, but he hits you with his body like he did to one of the 2.0 boys or the Everrise boys, right? He killed one of them.
Right.
When they were talking to Sting. That move. I saw him nail a clip of him nailing MJF with that. MJF was wearing all pink.
Oh.
All pink MJF.
Oh,
Real
that
Bret
was
Hart.
Picked correctly by everyone except Wally.
Yeah.
I did not get my Lone Wolf either.
Damn.
Right. Some lone wolves were stolen by a ghost. Lucha Brothers defeated FTR.
That's one.
Bummed I didn't get to see this. That is... I think I picked FTR.
We all did except for a ghost.
A ghost got a lone wolf Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So they have the... I almost called it TNA title. The AEW title.
Right.
FTR has the AAA one still.
Right.
Okay.
You
Interesting.
picked the wrong promotion to make fun of it and compare it to. You usually pick WCW.
Yeah.
I do want to see this. I have to find this.
I assume it's a very good match, but
Yeah,
I don't.
I would assume it's awesome. And unfortunately, I didn't get to see it. Brian Danielson won the tournament and defeated Miro.
Obviously.
So he will be the
Yep.
number one contender.
Didn't see this one either.
Nope.
Because there
Missed
was a
this
time when I thought Rusev was a good wrestler, and then I just stopped caring about him for a very long time.
He
Yeah.
is a good wrestler. He's always been a good wrestler.
Has he been good in AEW?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Have they given him an opportunity to be good?
Well, I mean, he was TNT champ, so
Okay. Yeah.
he's had some opportunities.
pretty good.
I don't think he ever No, he was U.S. champ, right?
Yeah,
But he never really
For a
went
little
above U.S. champ.
He like came in because you remember the one WrestleMania he came out in a tank.
But I think
And
that
it was
a
all downhill from
that
there.
was a U.S.
Yeah.
title match.
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
I guess they do they still consider it? They considered it like an intercontinental. So I guess he's always been at that level for
Right.
whatever reason. Christian Cage. Did we say how we picked that? Swept it?
We did sweep Bryan Danielson.
Christian Cage and Jurassic Express defeated the Super Click. This is where I came in. Super Click, Bucks and Cole. They had thumbtack knee pads to do knees to people's faces.
Oh.
Luchasaurus did a shooting star press off of the ramp down below
Damn.
onto a bunch of dudes.
Nice.
Adam Cole did a stage Panama Sunrise to Jungle Boy. And then the match ended when Christian Cage set up a concerto on Adam Cole. Or no, it was Matt, I think. Set up a concerto on him, and then Jungle Boy pushed him out of the way. Basically said, like, let me take this. And then he hit him. He hit him with concerto.
Who did?
Jungle Boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how it ended.
Damn.
Jungle Boy concertoing. Jeans and beard Jungle Boy, too. He had a
Oh.
beard and jeans.
That's just trying to go to Jungle Man.
Jungle
well,
Man.
Minneapolis Street Fight, right?
Jungle
Oh,
Man.
correct.
Well, that was later.
Oh,
So,
that
yeah.
wasn't this one? Oh, yeah, you're right.
That wasn't. This was
this
Falls
Falls
Count.
Count
This was
Anywhere.
just Falls Count Anywhere. So fun.
Yeah, we all get that wrong.
We all got that wrong. That's a big upset.
Yeah.
Big upset. But I liked it. I like Jungle Boy being a badass.
What's his name? The little pet running around Jurassic Express?
I think he was probably around. Isn't he hurt?
I have no idea.
No, maybe he's back from injury. I don't know. He hasn't wrestled a ton. And
wouldn't
Christian
think so.
is always their third man now for whatever
Is
reason.
he?
Yeah. Cody and Pac defeated Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo.
That makes no sense, but of course it's Cody, so it makes perfect sense.
Oh, you got Cody though, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Cody.
Ryan
Lone Wolf.
went with the Cody Rhodes self-book.
Lone Wolf, baby. He got booed again. Cody got booed again. Pac was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad Pac won a match. Forget about the Cody stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm glad Pac actually won a match because he seems to like he beat Kenny Omega when they first started, and then basically he's been losing to big guys nonstop and not actually doing anything. So good. I'm glad he won. They were like a reluctant tag team, so they're like blind tagging each other in, yelling at each other and stuff. So
How did Malachi Black and Andrade work together?
good because they're bros.
Right.
And FTR got involved in this match too.
Oh, interesting.
They came down because they were hired by MJF to help Andrade. So they've been hired again, apparently.
Oh, it didn't do very well, it sounds like.
Didn't help. This is probably the match of the night. CM Punk,
Really?
Eddie Kingston.
That's surprising.
That is surprising.
I think this is probably match of the night. It's close.
You actually watched this one?
Yep, saw
Okay.
this one. I saw the Jurassic Express Superclick Cody versus Malachi and Andrade,
And then
and this
on.
and on.
Okay.
CM Punk defeated Eddie Kingston. First of all, the lead up to this thing has been awesome. So much fun. Eddie Kingston basically calling out CM Punk for the dickhead in real life that he is, and then CM Punk being like, "You're an out of shape bum, and I don't care about you," which is fun.
Both there.
worked themselves into a shoot into a work,
maybe.
brother?
So they the way this match began was fantastic. Eddie walked in, Punk walked in, he was jaw jacking, and he just did this spinning back fist before the bell rang,
Oh.
and just knocked CM Punk down and apparently knocked him out,
Damn.
and then was like punching him and stuff from behind when they rang the bell. So he got a shot in on Punk. They both, I think, were bloody. Punk was definitely bloody. Just a fight, just a pro wrestling fight. Sometimes there's matches that are just awesome suplexes and stuff like that, and then sometimes there's awesome matches that are just a fist fight, basically, and that's what this was. I don't think it's a 5-star match, but it's probably Punk's best match since he's been back.
Okay.
Easy. But it was good. He won.
Did he still go to sleep at the end?
Yep. He go to sleep, Eddie. And then he went to shake Eddie's hand, and Eddie slapped it away.
Good.
And ran and left. This was the first time I think that they, in a match, people were doing stuff for Eddie Guerrero. Punk did what the hell is that move? The 3 suplex.
Oh, the 3, or not 3 amigos. The
3 amigos.
Right.
He did the 3 amigos in the match, and then did the dance.
Okay.
It was 16 years to the day that he died, I want to say. Eddie Guerrero died. So, bunch of Eddie tributes. So it was good. Enjoyed it. Best match of the night, I think. I mean, I didn't see every single one.
Everybody but the Ghost got that one correct.
Everybody. Ghost? Why would Ghost pick Eddie Kingston to win a
I don't
match?
know.
Inner Circle defeated the America Top Team.
Oh, shit.
Idiots.
Good.
I think I took the wrong
Unfortunately,
people.
Dan Lambert did not get the evil pin. But I guess fortunately he got beat up for me because I can't stand this guy.
Who he's not even a UFC fighter, really.
He's a trainer.
He started,
like
yeah,
the
he started
owner
this
of
gym.
of the company or whatever,
Yeah.
or the group.
Yeah. So Mike and I knew that obviously the Inner Circle were going to beat these bums.
Yeah,
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 that was a dumb one.
Did they at least make the wrestlers do the heavy lifting on this, or
100%.
okay?
Dan Lambert would just like come in and you mean Dan or the UFC
Like,
guys?
did they make Men of the Year do the?
They did almost everything.
Yeah,
so
good.
much stuff.
Good.
But there was a lot of it was a Minnesota street fight, so there was a lot of chicanery going on outside the whole
Gotcha.
time. So you could hide UFC fighters in that kind of situation,
That's true.
which I didn't know what the fuck that meant, other than it occurred in Minneapolis. Like what?
I was very confused as to
It
how
was
that is
garbage
different.
cans filled with weapons that were created in Minneapolis. So it was like the tennis racket
Oh,
was created in Minneapolis, so that could be used as a weapon. And then
That's
it was like
dumb.
the iron, I think, or something like that.
that's stupid.
It was like just items. It was very nerdy.
That's stupid.
It was very nerdy. It didn't make a lot of sense.
No.
Um,
That
So,
was
yeah,
me
they
and
won.
Ghost picked that. I believe I said.
basically a bathroom break match.
Yep. Good.
Sounds like it.
Jay Lethal debuted.
Okay.
Came out and interviewed with Tony Schiavone. So he is all full on all elite. So
Is that a good thing?
I don't think so. I think it's a bad thing. I don't like Jay Lethal the wrestler. Okay, Jay Lethal the person? Question mark.
What is
Question
his thing?
Sexual abuse with Taylor Hendricks, I think was her name,
boy.
in Ring of Honor, and then something with Killer Kelly
Oh,
as well later.
that's not good.
Yep. There was a Ring of Honor investigation. They didn't come up with any findings somehow. It's just really weird. I don't even think they investigated the second claim.
It's not good.
From other people beyond those two cases, he gets praised as a good dude. So who knows? It's not good. I don't think it's good from a PR standpoint. If you're going to bring in a Ring of Honor person, you could have picked a lot of other people.
Right.
Don Castle, or I think Jay Lethal is probably the most legacied person on Ring of Honor.
He's been there forever. He does the Ric Flair
probably
shtick, but-
yep, 100%. So that's probably why.
But he was also friendly. Like, wasn't he on Being with Elite for a while?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
He's
yeah.
friends with those guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, question mark. He's going to be on Dynamite this Wednesday facing Sammy Guevara for the TNT title.
Interesting.
That's his first thing. He's probably just going to be a dude who puts people over. That's what the Ghost was saying. He just thought he's going to be like a Bobby Fish type.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And just get beat by people and like get in the mix and stuff and have nice matches, but not actually be a champion or anything like that. But maybe not. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, so very mixed. I guess the interesting thing is the Ring of Honor side of it to me. It's like their contracts or whatever, like they have to do Final Battle in December before the company releases
right. Right.
But they can do stuff in the
But
meantime.
then they can do stuff in the meantime. But he's signed to a full-time deal, so this kind of made it seem like, oh, if you can go get a full-time deal, we're not going to stop you. Like,
Right.
You can go do that, whatever you want.
Yeah, we were saying that it sounds like they're really trying to help
Right.
their guys out, which is a good thing as they go out the door.
But this is our first person coming off that signed somewhere else, as far as I know, like full-time signed somewhere else. So I guess that part of it was interesting to me. Hangman Page defeated Kenny Omega to win the AEW title.
I hate it.
It's
I thought it was
what
good.
you have to do.
I thought it was
Yeah,
good.
Like,
Can't do it
why?
because I picked Omega.
Well,
That was bad.
why you said that? How do we pick it?
Everyone except for me picked Hangman. I just thought they would
Ouch.
let him hang on for a big match against Daniel Bryan.
No.
Yeah,
Especially because Daniel Bryan earlier in the night won a title shot, right?
he did.
So
Yeah, but I could see.
does that make Hangman a transitional champ?
Good.
Because I feel like for legacy purposes, they're going to
man.
want Bryan Danielson's name on this belt at some point.
Yeah, so
Like, that's why they started with Jericho,
You could
but-
wait like half a year. Don't make them
They
just
could, yeah.
transitional. That'd be terrible.
Right.
That'd be a waste of Hangman Page.
He has to carry it for at least a while.
Yeah.
I would think, yes. I still think him and MJF need to have a thing.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll come back. That was the first feud the two of them had on Dynamite. They got into each other. Or no, it wasn't Dynamite. It was Double or Nothing, right? Or
I don't
All In. One of the first, whatever the first thing was where they interacted, must have been Double or Nothing. They had like a battle royal and they got in each other's faces.
Right, yeah.
Right
yeah.
off the bat. So I bet that'll come back.
Good.
It was good, solid match. The Bucks came out because of the part where a couple years ago where they didn't second him to the ring, but they would always second Kenny, which
Yeah.
started the whole thing. So they came out. They looked like they were gonna cheat, and he like stared them down, and they backed off. And then it was like both sides of the ring. So he did the buckshot lariat, which is a very good
Yes,
finishing
it was
move,
very
to the
good.
back of Kenny, then turned around and went to the other side.
Oh.
And each buck was on each side, and basically had like a moment with each of them, and then won. But right before he won, Matt was like, he like backed off and was like, "You're the better man. You've beaten him."
All right.
So we'll see if Kenny's kicked out of the Elite, which I think is going to happen.
Because, he lost the belt, and then they were already super clicking now, right?
Yeah, so I think he's going to get kicked out of the Elite this Wednesday.
Now, is he, like, hurt?
He is hurt. He
So,
has,
like, is he just going to be written off for a little while?
I believe so. I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying this for a couple months that he's going to go away for a while because
Yeah.
I think he has the Sami Zayn injury
Oh, where he's got to get,
where
like,
he's got
full shoulders?
double shoulders. I think Ruby Riott had the same thing where you have to get surgery on both of your
Yeah.
labrums or something.
Jeez, that's
It's
rough.
brutal. It's brutal because once you heal one, you have to rehab and have surgery and rehab the other one because you can't do them at the same time, obviously. So I think he has that because in this article that came out about his training or whatever that Ghost Mike sent to everybody, he was talking about how he can't lift his arm above his head
Yeah.
and that he can't lift any weight. He can just do the bar
That's problematic.
because it's so painful. He can't actually work out. So he has to. He's facing, what is it, El Vicino in a couple weeks or soon.
Does he still have the Triple H
Yeah,
title?
so I think he's going to drop that to him
And then go away?
and then go away.
I mean, good for him if he's that hurt. Then do it.
I think he's got the same. It's the same thing Sammy had, right? Where the two,
Which he came back from, but yeah.
right. I'm sure he'll come back in like a while,
I mean,
but
and it'll be nice. Something that used to happen in wrestling.
somebody
the big
goes away.
return.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's going to happen. So I think it was the right time. Kenny has to go away. You got to give it to Hangman. It's like a 3-year storyline, I guess, technically. So
Yeah.
that's cool. It was a fun celebration at the end, too. Dark Order came out and lifted him up on their shoulders.
Is Dark Order, do they have serious matches anymore? Like that tag team. Are they a real tag team anymore?
Yeah, they still. Oh, you mean they still like have contests? They're not just goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah,
are they
100%.
ever in the title picture or anything?
They've fought for the TNT title a bunch of times.
But like, I mean, the two that are like Evil Uno and Stu Grayson or whatever.
They fought for the tag belts, I think.
Okay.
Against the Bucks.
Okay.
Actually, John Silver had a match against Adam Cole based on. Did I send this to you guys?
I don't think
There's
so.
a funny bit on BTE where they saw him, and instead of saying his name, they called him like Munch or something like that. I forget what it was. And he's like, "That's not my name." Budge? I think it's Budge.
Pudge.
Why?
Instead of saying Boom or something, Mr. Boom, they called him Budge, and he's like, "It's Boom." No,
Wait,
it's
who's
Budge.
Mr. Boom?
Because he does, Adam Cole does that boom
That.
thing.
Okay.
I think that's where it came from. I'm not sure, but they just keep calling him this and like taunting him about you should join the Dark Order. And definitely,
I thought you were saying they were taunting John Silver.
no. John Silver is taunting Adam Cole
Okay.
about his name,
I like that.
and then they had a match on Rampage where Silver got up and did the Adam Cole Bebe, just John Silver version. With, I think, Budge in it. It's very silly. What a stupid thing to have a feud about, but
Yeah.
it's fun. So we all picked Hangman except for you, Bill.
Except for me,
So how do we finish the night?
due to your luck with Lone Wolves,
Oh no.
you and Mike led the way with 8 out of 10 picks.
Ooh.
I had a paltry 6 out of 10.
Oh shit.
Wally with 5 out of 10.
Oh,
boy.
So on the year, that leaves Wally in the lead. But now, Ryan, you have jumped me and got into second place. You are 1 pick behind Wally.
Oh god, I only have a 1-pick lead.
I'm 3 picks behind Wally.
Oh,
Ghost.
And Ghost is also playing, sort of.
Sort of playing from home.
Yeah.
He's like the audience. Okay, it's time for segment to be named later, which I didn't type in here, but it's coming right here.
Right now?
Right
Do I
now.
go? Do I go?
Right here, right
Okay.
now.
So I first just looked into the UFC wrestlers because we were having a hard time with these folks.
Junior Del
So
Santos.
Cain Velasquez is the one who actually like came in and had some good matches.
Oh, yes. He's back, too. He was in AAA, I think, doing something.
Oh yeah, he was at Triple Mania. Then briefly he came to WWE, but then he got hurt and they like released him or whatever.
Yeah.
In this match, it was Junior Dos Santos. He made his wrestling debut on the October 15th Rampage.
Right.
So this is
Literally.
like his second match.
Second match
And
ever.
Andrei Arlovsky, who's never wrestled at all, I believe.
No.
He's just a UFC fighter. So cool, guys. Definitely put that on the show.
Yeah.
But I think they're in Florida, like based out of wherever. Tampa, wherever these
Miami.
So
Because they went to Miami and he got booed in Dan Lambert got booed in Miami. And he's like, I'm from here. But you're all scum anyway, basically. That whole thing.
Then I looked up some stuff from Princess Bride that we were watching last week. We were unsure on some of the actual in-person relationships where there's more than one person.
Common and
Oh,
Tiffany
yes.
Haddish being one.
They've been together since 2020, so they would have been brand new when this happened, but together.
Nice little quarantine couple.
Yep. MPH, Neil Patrick Harris and David Burka.
Right.
They've been married since 2014.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the other one was Brendan Routh and Courtney Ford that we weren't 100% sure on.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They're
They've
together.
been married since 2007.
Yeah.
They've been together forever. So, and then the other one I wanted to look up was Giancarlo Esposito, who was in everything. But Ryan, you were surprised that he was in The Usual Suspects.
Yes.
He played Jack Bayer, the FBI agent. He goes to visit Kovash in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
So he plays like a not important, but like he's there.
Okay.
All in that movie. Which is another one I've never actually seen.
What?
I've never seen that or
You should watch
Reservoir
that.
Dogs.
You should watch both of them tonight.
I've also never seen Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Oh, that's a
That
great
one I haven't seen either. So.
That's great.
But Reservoir, yeah, you no.
I once tried to start it when I was real drunk on Netflix. And the beginning, they're in the car, and I was confused already. And I was like,
Yeah.
nope, not right now. Nope, this is going to be
How
another
did you
time.
not see that during college?
I don't know.
That's like
That's when
a
I-
college movie.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
when
know.
I saw it.
Yeah. I
Mike-
remember you and Mike used to watch
Mike
these
had
movies
all
the
these
time.
crazy movies. Yeah. and he
That's
showed
also
them.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I remember he used to love.
Yeah. Snatch.
Snatch, is that the one with the dogs?
Yeah.
Dogs. I
Yeah.
did see that eventually. I have
That's
seen that one.
like
Dogs? You guys want you want a dog?
it's not a sequel to Lock, Stock, but it's like the same style. It's
Oh,
basically
okay.
the exact same style.
Okay.
Just a different story. And
Interesting.
people are playing different characters. But awesome.
And I've never seen Trainspotting either.
I haven't seen
That's
that one
weird.
either.
'Cause
That-
isn't that Jared's one of
Yes.
Jared's favorite
He used to
movies?
literally, if he was leaving the house, he would just come into the room where I was sitting, put it on, and be like, "Watch this," and then leave.
And you still didn't watch it?
I watched because within 20 minutes, a dude is literally climbing into a feces-infested toilet, and I was like,
no.
"Don't feel like doing this right now."
Yeah, no, no.
Probably I would like it if I actually got through it, but I haven't.
All right. Any other segments? Are we good?
No more segments.
No more seggies. Time for the...
To reiterate, 8 penises.
Right. Sorry. God damn it. 10 penises now. 11. eBay Wars. Time for the eBay Wars.
Baby.
Wally, you're up. 10
Yes.
to 9 to 2. Bill, close the gap to 1 game.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get into this item, which I have to pull up real quick. This
Is
thing.
something.
This thing is, first of all, hysterical. It is a wrestler who is a clock.
Clearly, the key here is
Okay.
the towel, but I'm still having trouble placing it.
Wrestler who's a clock. If my computer would
Yeah.
work, I can talk
Even,
about
like,
it.
Looking at the name
Okay.
on the clock face, trying to look at the name,
It's hard to see.
it looks like
Oh, I
Antonio?
just read it. Yes,
Okay.
Antonio is correct.
Well, you ruined it.
but I would not ever have guessed this.
Who is this guy?
I
Who
still
do you
don't
think?
know.
Who do you think this is?
I do know, having read the name, but I would not have ever guessed that.
Yeah, right. You would never guess it because it's really weird looking.
Yep.
The belt, I guess the title belt is the clock. Is that what that's supposed
That-
to be?
I think that
makes
is-
sense. Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was knee pads, but yes, that's the belt.
I think it's actually the belt. He's got the towel. He's got the little Superman curl up front.
Yep.
It is Antonio Inoki, like you said.
Oh no,
Antonio Inoki.
no, it's not.
Why did you just Google Antonio
Yeah,
Inoki?
he just Googled his
no,
picture.
I'm pretty sure I know who.
He was a big.
Yeah, but like that's.
Did he start
that's
New Japan?
not-
Did he leave All Japan and start New Japan? Is that how that
Definitely
went?
started New Japan.
And then he also had a
Okay.
weird match against like Muhammad Ali and stuff.
He does have a very prominent chin, though.
He
I will
definitely
say
had a
that.
match against Muhammad Ali. He also had
Where they were kind of shooting, but then he was just laying on his back, kicking legs
Yeah.
and all that weird stuff.
a. Is he the one that helped train Hogan? I forget, but him and Hulk Hogan had their run-ins, of course. Isn't it?
He's been a member of the House of Counselors twice. He's a politician as well.
Antonio Inoki alarm clock.
I guess
That's what this is.
it does kind of look like him a little.
Okay, it's time to get to
Oh,
the
All
description.
right,
Let's
so
see.
you got
Buckle up. You ready?
a Japanese clock here, Wally.
Ready?
let's do it.
Super big size with a strong presence. 31 centimeters in height.
Sounds
Loud,
like huge.
loud volume with the presence of the ring. Talking alarm clock. Of course, it will wake you up with Antonio Inoki's voice. Are you serious?
Wow.
Wow, with his voice.
With his voice.
All right.
Product status. I don't write these. I'm reading this verbatim. Only a main part. There is no box or instruction manual. There are some scratches. Please check the images. Battery back cover out of stock. Even if the battery is installed and it's shaken, it will not fall out.
All right, well,
So that's
Thank
saying
you.
they,
Answered.
that's saying they don't have the
Yep.
back to the battery
They're
anymore.
not giving you that cover.
Okay.
Clock alarm operation confirmed. Will wake you up. Second hand goods stored at home. Several scratches, missing battery cover, etc. I would like to give it to those who are satisfied. Obviously, this is translated, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Gotta be
it's gotta
translated. That's why it sounds so funny. Antonio Inoki, alarm clock, pro wrestling figure, test vintage. What do you bid, Wally? You have to go first.
With
see
his
the price stickers. They
with
got
his
me.
actual voice.
With his actual voice.
In Japanese, I assume?
Shocked me. It has to be, right?
I don't know. I would assume, yeah.
Gotta be.
Oh,
This is
boy.
quite an item.
With his voice, but it's out of box. Doesn't have the back to the battery.
Missing the back.
They mentioned a couple scratches a couple times.
The clock works.
Secondhand even works.
Yep, secondhand works, but
Still-
you could even shake that battery. It
Still
won't fall
gonna-
out.
Oh,
I'm gonna go $59.99.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
No,
This is a $70 alarm clock.
70?
70.
59?
You're gonna give me a $10 and
$1
1 cent.
$1.01.
That seems like a mistake, except for that means, Bill, you win.
Damn it!
That's right.
How
You're
much?
still way off from
We're
the...
still way off.
Still way off
All right.
from the amount.
$149.99.
Okay. Very close. I don't know if you were going to get it.
And $50 even.
Okay, well, $155.
Wow.
Shipping is free from... Oh, it's definitely from Japan. Fukuoka... Jesus Christ. No, I'm not going to say it. Japan!
Oh, boy.
Fuka... Right here.
Fukuwara?
Fukuoka, Japan. Sorry.
Yep. We'll have Bill look that up for a segment to be.
Really? You're going to look at the history of Fukuoka?
You got to spell it at least so I know what I'm looking up.
Fukuoka.
Oh, yeah.
Dash SHI.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Future Bill, you got it? Future Bill's got it. All right.
Thanks, Pastor Ryan.
We're tied. We're tied. That's the most important thing. 10-10. We are tied. eBay Wars tied up. So I don't know what the hell advantage, how that's going to work.
I think Wally keeps the advantage until I take the lead.
That's fucking bullshit. I've been going first for like 4 months now.
And you've been slow. Your
I've been
lead
biding
is
my time.
Your lead has dwindled. Bill's gotten a lot better too. His guesses early on were very like, I would only pay $1 for this, so I'm going to bid $1, and then he would lose. And then,
Well, would you pay $155?
no, of course not. But that's not how I would guess.
This is one of the more unique items that
It
we've...
is so weird, right?
Yeah.
I would
so
like to
weird.
just hear it, how loud this actually is.
You know what drew me to this? I found some other weird stuff,
I bet.
but I was like, oh, we basically WWF merchandised the fuck out of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the 80s. If you can say anything about them, you can say they are excellent at merchandise.
Yeah.
And so I was like, there's never going to be any other company. It's always going to be a Hulk Hogan fucking dildo or whatever. It's always going to be some weird
Please
Hulk.
find that.
It's going to be some weird Hulk Hogan thing. So I was like, oh, Antonio Inoki, weird clock. First I thought it was The Rock. I'm not going to lie. First I thought it was The Rock.
But yeah.
But it's definitely not The
The
Rock.
towel I knew meant something, but I was trying to go back into like the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like,
If you
did Pedro Morales wear a towel?
If you scanned over this, you would think it's The Rock. If you actually look at it, you're like, no, definitely not The Rock. Also, he is cross-eyed. Right? I don't know why he's cross-eyed. But,
That's true.
all right. Every week we do a review.
We do.
And this week, it was my turn to review Heels, Episode 5.
We're getting through it.
Getting there, baby. We're getting there.
I'm not finding any dildos. I'm finding a lot of costumes.
Like dildo costumes or Hulk Hogan costumes?
Hulk Hogan costumes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say dildo costumes.
Not a penis costume, a dildo costume.
Dildo. How many times have we said dildo on this show? At least 5.
Oh, boy.
All right, Heels. Let me say this before we start. I don't know if these notes are any good. Because I was real, in a way, when I wrote these. All right, we begin. Episode 5 of Heels on Crystal's great promo?
Mm-hmm.
They put it over like it's great, and then Ace, he gets it shit canned.
Yep.
Because he's a dick.
He's jealous.
He just straight up says like, nope, I don't want it. I don't
Nope.
want that one.
Cut that out. So she's pissed.
And for some reason, Jack just goes along with her.
Got to keep the star happy.
Well, he seems to be like starting to be won over by her. Finally,
he
You're
says like, I'm going to start writing for you now. Like,
Right.
we're canceling what you just did, but I'm gonna start writing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can do it half as good as what you just did, which was it that good? I don't know.
I thought it was pretty good.
That was fine. Her second promo was way better,
Yeah.
much better.
But that's because she's, I don't know.
She's shooting.
Yeah.
It's because she's shooting.
And she's trying to be a face.
Right, she turns face.
She's a little better as a face. She's a good heel,
like
too.
a heel promo, but it's against a different heel, so she becomes the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like another heel promo.
Yeah.
I guess we'll talk about that because that's exactly what I thought. That's definitely a heel promo she's doing. She's
Absolutely.
She's not being a babyface. The state fair wants to audition.
They want to talk to him about potentially like
Yeah,
putting them on at the fair, which they said is 10,000 people
at their amphitheater or whatever. But like, they have to put on a show to impress the people from the fair.
That makes sense.
So that's the whole premise of what's going on here. We see a very bizarre scene, which we did not need, of Wild Bill giving a press conference at a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's that many. There's a ton of wrestling podcasts, but I don't think there's that many true wrestling people that actually want to cover things like that and would travel and actually like. There's like a whole paparazzi.
Yeah,
it looks like.
Although I did go to one press conference in Albany once.
Sure.
There's decent. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just fans, but there was people there.
There was some media, but not a lot of media.
Right.
Yeah. It was nuts. It was like the Lakers won the fucking title kind of press conference. But anyway, he gives a press conference about circumcisions.
Yeah, this was
He's
really
just
weird.
like deflecting.
He deflects all of the bad PR by talking about
he's
circumcisions.
trying to deflect, but he's also just coming off as a dick.
Yes.
So he's still playing his character, but trying to apologize?
But just not talking about himself being naked and calling the people he works with the hard C.
Yeah.
Right. There were some funny lines in there. For once, from Wild Bill. Wild Bill tries to meet up with Jack Spade, and convince him to use him.
Says, like, you could really use me.
Fired, you could use me.
Right.
We're of the opinion that this dude is a useless piece of shit. Like, why would you want to use him?
And clearly Jack does not.
Jack agrees with.
Except that this is
what
where
we're
he's
saying.
from. And he is apparently a big star.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
nationally,
still,
He
still
was.
a national star.
He's like.
he's
Who is
still
he?
a draw there.
Yeah, who is he supposed to be? He's obviously based off somebody. Who do you think he's supposed to be? My thought was Michael P.S. Hayes.
Oh, maybe.
Because he wears the dumb hat and stuff.
But
and
I
he's
think
still,
rolled with some Ric Flair in there, too.
There's definitely Ric Flair in there, obviously, because of the plane thing. He also is like a weird, like, he's Wild Bill, like a wild caveman dude.
No,
Yeah, I
Made
don't
me
know if
think
this was
a little bit
Joe
of
Roberts or
He made me think.
Jake.
He definitely made me think
Black
of Jake
Jack
Roberts.
Mulligan, maybe.
It's like the 3 or 4 of them mixed up into one character, but I was trying to figure out like who is he supposed to be because he's supposed to be somebody. This is the note I wrote down. Hand jobs.
Yeah. No reason for this.
Nope.
Zero reason.
They
Except-
do still love each other.
Also, whoever writes the show, it's probably Stephen Amell, but you know he doesn't know how women talk because she says things that no woman would ever say. Ever.
Like, let's have a hand job? No.
Yeah.
This was the worst scene of the show
That was
so far.
dumb. It was the whole thing, all 5 episodes.
I also have a
even-
goldfish memory, so I don't remember that.
During the scene when she's like, don't get it on my dress or whatever, and he's like, all right, I'll go in front of you and like give me a reach around. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, the reach around.
Yeah.
You know
she
what
has it in your hand. She can aim wherever she wants.
You know what I did laugh at though was when he tells his kid,
He needs
Like-
4 to 6 minutes.
yeah,
That was kind of funny.
well, first he's like, hurry up and get ready. We got to get out of here. And then he's like, I did it, Dad. He's like, I need 4 to 6 minutes. Very funny. An actual funny moment from Jack. Oh my God. Because everyone on the show has a fucking issue and a problem, Crystal has gambling issues.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Come on.
Just a reason.
Issues, or she just felt like making some extra money.
Seemed like she knew
Where did she
exactly
get-
what she was
She
doing.
sure did.
Where did she get the check from?
We think child support or something like that?
I don't
Did it
know.
say? Because it said something. I just didn't feel like stopping.
I did stop
pausing
and look. I don't remember what it was.
Maybe
I don't think
was
it.
porn.
I don't think it said anything that like too knowingly to me.
I don't know. What other bad things can you get into? She's already into most of them.
Hopefully, this was just a way for her and Bobby to get closer. Because I mean, it kind of helped her him get closer to her. But
He wants a piece. I don't think she wants a piece.
No.
I think she likes him as a
friend.
As a friend.
Yeah.
Jack gives his speech to fire everybody up about the stupid fair coming in,
Big show tonight.
and it's a big show and blah blah blah. And then
Yeah, no, it's just any other show. It's just a normal show, except it's not.
oh boy, yep. His son does the rundown, but then they're driving home, and his son is like, "Please give me a gerbil," which I forgot to write down as a note because his
Yeah.
mom was like,
Don't.
Yeah.
while
Get
I'm
him a
at
gerbil.
work, which is another. I think this is the worst fucking scene of the entire thing. When she's like, "I want to work," and he's like, weird about it.
Yeah.
That might be the worst scene of the whole thing. I want to work and make money for the family. Ugh.
But you're
you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that.
No.
Worst scene.
Masculinity.
Anyway, yeah.
That's a horse collar.
Oh, was it? No.
Apparently not.
Past football games are fun to talk about. So the wife says like, "Don't." What the fuck is her name? I never remember.
Laura?
No, it's an S.
Stacy.
Stacy. That's
Is it Stacy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stacy said to Jack, "Don't let him have a gerbil." And he's like, "Sure, no problem." And then he puts him in the car and he's like, "Dad, it's hard to be your son because you're a fucking dick." And he's like, "All right, you can have a gerbil. Just take a gerbil." Great job, Dad. Ace Spade comes into the pre-production meeting with the new valet, Trisha. This is
Yeah.
my new valet. This bartender.
Or
Who I'm banging. And then Jack, because he's trying to be a nice guy, just goes along with everything. Like, yeah, no problem.
he
We'll
doesn't
shit can
want
that,
to
bro.
lose his big star now.
Okay, great. You want to have a weirdo be your valet? Great.
Yep. Whatever you want.
Wild Bill shows up at the grocery store that Stacy's now working at, and she is very try-hard. Very try-hard, but then she sees Wild Bill and basically just curses him out in front of her manager. So wrestling's already ruining her job. She gets in trouble for making Wild Bill clean up the pickles that he smashed on the ground or whatever.
Oh no, she didn't make him. He was just doing that.
He was just being a dick.
being a dick. Yeah. This was not her fault.
No, but it looks like it's her fault. It's
Yeah.
her manager, so obviously that's not going to go off.
No. I was actually expecting her to get fired
Right then
right
and there,
Yeah.
immediate firing. Oh my
Like,
god!
Within the scene, I thought he was going to hear her cursing at him, and then be like, no,
that
you're
would have
done.
been great. That would have been great. The backstage crew go over Crystal getting switched for Trisha, and Crystal's super pissed off. And they talk about how they're going to have Crystal go with Bobby. And so they need to take these scandalous pictures and do all this relationship stuff. So they need Crystal and Bobby to look like they are hooking up so that Willie can take pictures of them. And because they can't just put a picture up on the Tron or whatever, right? That's a funny
Right.
line. It's like,
Right.
just put it up on a video screen.
The other
You got-
one's like, the technology does exist.
You got money for a Tron, Debbie?
You got a Tron we don't know about? No. Well, yeah, exactly.
We are dirt poor. So Crystal and Bobby have to like make out and look like they're gonna have sex, and it's real weird. So that makes me think that this is not gonna happen for Bobby. Sorry, Bobby.
And then he gets a boner at the end.
Yep.
And he goes, sorry. She goes, it's okay.
And she just,
Hops
but
out?
she just leaves.
Yeah.
She's out.
She kind of she smiles and laughs about it, so that's good sign. for
That's
him.
great. Anytime you get a boner and a woman laughs, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want.
She laughed, but yeah, okay.
Wild Bill. Oh, we talked about Wild Bill. fair people have a dinner with Jack and his son Thomas. And Thomas sells the fucking DWL
He sure does.
like a champ, way better than his dad ever has on
Yep.
this show. You gotta get your son to work here. Come on.
Yep.
He sells the show, and everybody buys in. They're so excited to go see this show tonight. Wild Bill shows up out of nowhere after Jack was like, I'll fucking kill you if you show up. And he shows up.
Yep.
Obviously huge still in this.
Everyone loves him, and
Yep.
they're like staring at him and stuff. 'Cause
Asking for photos and stuff.
It's really weird that he's at like a weird indie, but he's from there, so it's also not that weird. The luchador dude, what the fuck is his name? I forget. Diego.
Well, that's his character name.
He
His,
talks to
Wrestler character.
Rooster, and Rooster talks about how he never wins and blah, 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 blah. He's never going to get his push. And Diego says, just fucking put me out in the Royal Rumble we're having, and you can just win. I don't give a shit. He's like, really? You would do that? He's like, yeah, I don't care.
He's like, you're my friend, not
Yeah.
Jack.
Which is interesting because he's been very pro Jack and very pro everything.
He is non-confrontational, I think.
Yeah. So they make this plan to switch up the finish. Jack is going to fucking hate. Wild Bill gives actual good advice to Crystal. Well,
Except, he wants... He's just trying to stir the pot.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But
it is good advice.
he gives advice to her that, like, you're a star. No, you're going to be the biggest star here in a year. You're the most important player here from what I've seen. Which
he says that Ace is pissed that his valet is getting more attention than him.
Right. Which is 100% true.
Yep.
So Wild Bill actually says something smart for once. It took 5 episodes, but he finally says something smart. Ace comes in. He says he doesn't want to follow the script that was written. We're right back here. Crystal gets in a fist fight with Trisha. And there's this whole part where she gets new gear because she wins gambling, which is going to all bite her in the ass at some point.
No, that's how you make money.
That's how she makes money to buy new gear, which is ripped in this fist fight between her and Trisha. Which Trisha makes a comment, but it doesn't seem like she's trying to be mean. She's like, "Oh, you should dye all of your hair, not just."
That's a bitchy comment.
It was a bitchy comment.
She says something about her roots
Yeah.
showing, and like in girl world, that's
fighting
bitchy.
words.
Yeah,
That's fighting words.
yeah.
She said it so nice though.
No, she didn't.
Yeah. It's like, you should die, honey. You should die, roots. Anyway, they get a fight. Rooster has his moment to throw out Diego, and he doesn't do it.
Right.
Just goes with the script. And he goes to the back, and he goes to confront Jack. It says, like, what's my real name, Jack? And he's like, here's all the information about you. Here's your full name. Here's your social security number.
Here's your family calls you. Here's your friends call you.
I know
here's
everything.
what we call you. Like,
I know everything about you. So
I'm not a fucking dick, except
I am a
little bit of a
huge
dick.
He is, but he does say, like, don't make me something that I'm not.
He's
Like, I'm not the
very-
guy that doesn't know your name.
very angry about that. So Rooster walks off, but I still don't think it's all good there.
It's getting better, it seems.
Crystal has her segment. She goes out and steals the mic from Ace before he can talk, and then cuts a big old promo on him.
Mm-hmm.
And
The crowd eats up.
when she walks out, she pins her hair back to show her full face, which is something Wild Bill said she should do. So she's obviously drank all the Wild Bill Kool-Aid here. She's stealing the mic. She's going off script. She's got her hair pinned back. She says a bunch of stuff, and then she flips the mic, and it lands on the ground. And there's 2 moments where this happens, but this is actually good. Willie is one of my favorite people on the show.
Oh, she's the best.
She's great. She has this hilarious moment where she says, turns to Thomas and goes, so when you grow up, you're not going to be a fucking idiot like these guys, right?
Oh, go break another mic. That's a smart idea.
She's pissed that they broke the mic. Yeah, great. Promotion with no money. You flip the mic, break it. Great. Awesome. You're not going to grow up to be a fucking idiot like these guys, are you? Sorry. Swearing in front of the kid. And then Ace hates Bobby. Obviously, he's jealous. And he shoots on Bobby and breaks his leg.
Yeah.
Oh,
Compound
Snaps it.
fracture. Gross.
yeah. I was not expecting
Shooter.
that.
Shooter. Swerve, brother.
The cat was like laying in my lap, and I jumped when he did it. And
It's gross.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Gross. Jack Spade gets real pissed, yells at Ace, beats him up later. It was all up in his face. I'm like, you just did this exact same thing, minus the last step, to your brother.
Which then he does say like it was an accident, but it was not.
4 episodes ago, you did this exact same thing, except you didn't break his leg. You just hurt him real bad. It's the same thing. Why are you yelling at your brother? Anyway, so that happens. They're in the hospital. Wild Bill, or they're about to go to the hospital. Wild Bill just shows up in ring and cuts a promo.
He saves them, though.
Saves their ass.
Steals the mic.
Makes it look like it's all part of the show.
Yeah. And he says he's going to be part of a triple threat match with him and
With
the two
both
brothers.
of the Spades.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was trying to bury them with the State Fair, though. Because, like, with his promo.
It seemed like that at first, and then he brought it back around at the end.
Yeah, and basically booked himself into the State Fair match.
Yeah.
Right.
And also saved them, though, because the people from the fair, like, were clearly turned off
Damn.
when the leg was broken. Because they even say later, like, oh, he made that really, like, look like he was in pain.
Yeah. That looked believable.
he's a
Yeah,
great
Bobby's
actor.
great. Yeah.
That looked believable.
While
Now,
he's in the
at
hospital
State Fair,
talking.
he's going to be there with, like, a full leg cast on or something. Like,
Yeah.
just pretend like it's only for show.
Yeah. So because Wild Bill's out there and it's saved the moment, Jack has to come out and pretend like this is all part of the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just says like, great, I will challenge you.
And he shoots on him, too.
Right.
You want to pretend like it's 1995? You're not going to walk out of that ring. Okay, we'll go.
We're going to hurt you.
Yeah.
As you can see, we shoot on people here. That's what we do.
But we work into a shoot, bro. Mark.
The brothers fight at the hospital, and Jack beats up Ace, even though they just did. They did it to. He did it to him. So it's weird. Thomas, the son, comes in and sees them fighting, even though he thinks they're best friends, and he runs out, really freaked out. And Willie says, "You better go talk to your son. This is bad. This is really, really bad."
She threatens to call Stacy.
And and then the fair calls while this is happening, and he's doesn't even give a shit about his own kid.
Yeah, he got the...
That he freaked out. He got the fair,
fair.
and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And she says, but he's like, we got the fair, and she goes, that's not gonna matter nothing. Basically, if you don't have a son, like who cares?
I did like that when he and Ace were fighting. He called Ace. He literally said, "You know, you're a huge piece of shit."
Yes.
It's like, all right, well, at least somebody's finally told him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Heels episode 5.
It wasn't bad.
No.
Better.
The problem
Are
is
there
I
better
know
ones?
that it's not going to be good because Wally has watched it all and told us that it doesn't get good.
No, I haven't. I'm current with you.
Oh, I
guys.
thought you watched the whole thing.
No. That was Jupiter's Legacy.
Oh.
Jupiter's Legacy.
Which should have gotten a second season. Damn it. Let's
Should
get
it
a
have?
hashtag going for Jupiter's
I
Legacy.
think you're the
season 2.
you and-
Hashtag Jupiter's Ascending was okay. It wasn't great, but I guess I'll watch it if there's another season.
You and Josh Duhamel get that hashtag going.
All right.
Be the two of you.
Maybe I'll get to meet him.
It wasn't that bad by the end, but it was like, oh, okay, we could have done this in 2 episodes, and then
Yeah.
anyway, that was Heels episode 5.
It was okay. It was
We'll
good.
take like a month off, and then we'll be back
We'll forget it
to
all.
Heels episode
everything,
6,
yeah.
or we'll forget.
I might next week, but probably I won't.
Got a lot of Christmas things coming up, so. All right, Wally, you want to do a top 5?
I will do a top 5.
Okay.
So 5 years ago, 5 years ago was when I was on my
2016.
trip. I'm gonna do the top 5
Wow.
cities when I was
Wow.
when I went around the country.
Portland number 1?
Nope, Portland is not on this list.
Oh.
Spoiler alert. Neither is San Francisco.
No, we
I
know you
wonder
hate that.
why.
You
I
do.
had a great time the one time I visited San Francisco.
That's where your car got broken into.
That's where my car got broken into. Number 5, New York City has to make the list.
It's a good city.
Yep. Number 4, Chicago.
Good city.
Yep.
For sure.
A lot of
Very
fun.
good.
Yep.
Number 3, Philadelphia. I did not want to like
Never
it.
been.
I did like it though.
I've never
I
been.
I had to. It was
According to
fun.
Cormac Farrell, it's the home of the ugliest women in the country.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But I've never been. I can't.
Send your hate mail to Cormac.
Number 2, Seattle. I got lucky with the weather, but it was a great city.
Okay.
And number 1 was Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville is definitely.
I'm supposed to go visit.
Number 1, Nashville. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, you guys know. Kelly Plummer lives down outside of Nashville. I'm supposed to go visit
yeah.
sometime, and I haven't done it.
You're going to go
worth
to
it.
one of Wally's top 5 cities?
Huh?
That I
The
went
number
to.
1 city.
That I went to.
Dallas didn't make your list either, huh?
I didn't really do anything in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, when I was there, my Airbnb was in I think it was in Fort Worth, and then I did nothing all night, and then the next day I went to a movie, and then I went to the Cowboys game, and then I was out.
Okay.
So
Okay. Wow. Thrilling.
which the Cowboys game was fucking fantastic. I was 21 rows up in the corner of the end zone.
Okay.
But those tickets were not cheap.
$700 just for one.
Wow.
Jeez Louise.
Worth it. Worth it.
You did it.
I was never going to be back in the city, so
You
worth
had
it.
to go. You went to the Mecca.
Yep.
We
All
can
right.
do a Rangers Cowboys trip sometime.
We could.
Rangers Cowboys trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
I would definitely do that.
Let's do it. See you there in 2033. Jonah Rock showed up in New Japan Strong or USA, a.k.a. Bronson Reed.
Oh,
That's very
okay,
good
that's
for
a
them.
name that I
Oh,
know.
he's in
Sorry.
the U.S. one, though.
He's in the U.S.
Which
one
means he'll
right
show
now.
up in Japan at some point.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's good for them.
But I believe he lives in Florida, so.
And that'll be very good also. Like, Japan will love him.
Yes, he's
So.
perfect. He probably wrestled there
Yeah, I
at
think
some
he
point,
did.
right?
Yeah.
I think he did. Keith Lee said that WWE didn't pay for all of his medical bills when he was there. Then WWE, who never do these things, came out with a statement saying Mr. Keith Lee is false. We did pay for all his medical bills. So there's a war going on here. First, there was a smear campaign
Yep.
saying that Keith Lee didn't want to do business and he didn't want to listen to anybody. And then WWE fed that information to Booker T so he could reiterate that on his show. He's just a filter of WWE shit.
Booker T. I used to
And,
like you so much.
Yeah. So basically saying he was hard to work with and wouldn't do anything they wanted to do and blah, blah, blah. And that's why I got fired. And he's like, they're dicks. They didn't pay all my medical bills. So we'll see where that goes. Sounds like lawsuit material.
Yeah, it sure does.
Potentially. New Japan all over the place on AEW. Rocky Romero showed up.
As what? Is he wrestling or is he?
He wrestled a match.
Okay.
He also recruited best friends to join Chaos, so they did.
So there's
Oh.
70 people in Chaos now?
Yeah, so they're all in Chaos. Tomohiro Ishii is going to partner with, I think, Orange Cassidy on.
I mean,
Which one are best friends?
Orange Cassidy, but it's Trent question mark
Chuck Taylor,
and Chuck Taylor.
Chris
Okay.
Statlander, Willie Yuta. And Orange Cassidy.
Wheeler Yuta. We know him from one of the other shows we watched, right? One of the
It's
bad
like that,
wrestling ones.
that Mortal Kombat style show where you have to like fight up the
Fight
ladder.
up the ladder, right? Yeah.
What?
Did you not watch that with us?
You didn't
I
watch
hope
that?
I
It was
didn't.
on Amazon.
It was one of the weird ones that Mike found, I think.
Maybe I did. I don't remember.
I'm sure you were there for that. Anyway, so Ishii's coming in. They've dropped a bunch of Okada references,
Oh, but he hasn't been there yet.
but he hasn't been there yet. So,
Okay.
yeah, a lot to. Ibushi was dropped, I believe, as well.
Be something.
Yeah, so it's fully open. Deebo Samuel, long touchdown, Wally.
All right. My
There you
Survivor
go.
League team is going to do very well.
Wow. Good for you. Anyway, New Japan all over AEW. All right, Wally, you have to pick the next review.
Do we want to watch Tubi or Peacock?
Both bad choices.
Both horrible streaming services.
Tubi over Peacock.
I
But
would also actually go Tubi over Peacock. So we're watching a movie called Chokeslam.
Oh, yeah. I've wanted to see this.
It's
I'm sure it's
It
terrible.
sounds bad.
It's got the
It's got a
It's got
million-
Mick Foley in
It's
it.
got a million wrestlers in
But
it.
it's got Chris Marquette, who is the younger brother in Just Friends, and that's how I found this movie.
Oh. There you go. We were talking about Just Friends, the movie, before the show started.
Yep. A deli clerk gets a second chance to woo his high school sweetheart, a famous female professional wrestler, when
Played
she
by Chelsea
returns for
Green.
their 10-year reunion.
Sounds like the plot of Just Friends. Chelsea Green, I think, is in this movie.
She is.
sure is.
Yeah. Chokeslam. Is this the one Lance Storm is in? Too?
We got, Lance Storm, Davey
Yep.
Boy Smith Jr.
Oh, boy. All the heavy hitters.
And that's all the names that sound kind of familiar to me.
Okay. Anyway, that's what we're watching next time. Chokeslammed.
I think I already regret my choice.
Well, yeah, of course. Whatever you were going to pick, you were going to regret.
Yeah.
You're due for a good movie, though. Like, you're due for it.
This ain't gonna be it.
I'll just keep
This
picking
is-
shit.
This is certainly not going to be it.
4.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
Oh boy. Alright, that's it. That is the end. That's it. I want to go 1 hour. Peace out.
See ya.